Hardcastle, good to see you, Kate, and the film critic, Mr. Mark Eccleston. And in an hour's time, we're going to be having the BAFTA announcements. So we are sort of getting your take on all of that. Meanwhile, in the papers, Kate, we've got the retailer Peacocks, and what is the situation? The bank has withdrawn funding from them, and what does this mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting situation. We know that the retail climate in the UK is very challenging right now. Peacocks, I think, had started with a strategy that was working, just connecting with the customer. We were moving slightly upmarket because they were a value offer. And the customer was really enjoying things like their brand partnership with Daisy Lowe and her collection that we see here. And I think really, businesses need to understand that these strategies take time to implement and they take time to ingratiate themselves with the consumer. This is old borrowing coming to buy a business and property, which is always a challenge for retail coming to buy them. We were having a conversation in the office about this yesterday, and obviously, they're not the first, but until you've got a branded offer that's very clear and consumer connection, you're not going to be able to successfully retail out there at the moment. And you were mentioning earlier, you've not really heard of this brand, and they've got 700 plus stores out there. Well, that as a retail brand itself means they're not pushing themselves forward, they're not getting that engagement.
I mean, certainly we operate in Ireland, and I've never seen a brand so big one.
They're a value part of the high street, and they've certainly started to move up. But they've identified that, with other businesses like Primark out there, it's very difficult to do the value side, so they've started to push uphill. And the consumer was really enjoying it. I mean, some of the items that the brand partnership was sold out online and were eBaying for a high price. So all that was starting to connect and work. But this is old borrowing that's come back, they just couldn't pipe, they couldn't implement it quickly enough. And sadly, this is a situation we've got where
the bigger evil surely for the high street is when all these as it hedge funds would ever move in, and like in the Licenza case and Woolworths case and all sorts of things like that. These guys, they buy cinemas up and all sorts of things, and all these things run into trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got sometimes two elements to it. There's all the business and what happens behind it. It's very easy to point fingers at a brand and say, well, we know why that didn't do well. But there is the consumer connection. And if you do look at brands like Pastime that also went yesterday, you've really got to think about the marketing. Who are they appealing to? What are they doing? And are they doing it well? And I'm known as a customer service queen. That's my flag waving. Yeah, I really can't stand bad customer service. I blog about it constantly. And that's just something in a lot of retail environments.
Mini and the people who make Mini, they're into their customer